Welcome to Two Poor Artists, where we're poor at running like Tom Cruise, but mostly we're poor at making art. I'm Isaac.
And my name is Benj.
And this week, in the good old US of A, one of our traditional movies is coming out. I say traditional because I feel like it's been coming out pretty consistently our entire lives.
Mm-hmm.
Mission Impossible, I think this is number 7 now, is coming out this week with good old Tom Cruise, who still looks like he did in 1995.
Yeah, his hair's a little shorter, but
A couple more
Besides
very
that-
well Botoxed wrinkles, but other than that,
mm-hmm.
exactly the same.
Same guy.
And we thought this week we wouldn't just draw the traditional Mission Impossible movie. We're going to
Mhm.
take the subtitle of this movie. Because eventually they did Mission Impossible 1, Mission Impossible 2, Mission Impossible 3, and then somewhere after 3 they're like, they need to have not numbers anymore. That's not cool anymore like it
Mhm.
used to be. You
Yeah,
know?
you gotta have a subtitle.
You gotta have a subtitle. So we have this week coming out Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning.
Mm-hmm. Now, I don't think we ever drew Mission Impossible, so we probably could have just chosen that
Yeah,
as a
but
title.
Dead Reckoning
But-
sounds cooler.
I agree.
And plus, the good news is, in a year or 2 or 3, there will be another Mission Impossible movie.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, this is called Dead Reckoning Part 1.
Oh,
So when Dead Reckoning Part 2 comes out, we won't want to draw Dead Reckoning again.
right,
We can draw Mission Impossible.
we'll draw part 2.
And then when number 9 comes out, and number 10, and number 11, by 11, we can just draw Tom Cruise like in a wheelchair,
Mhm.
because that's what he'll be doing.
Yeah, well, I'm actually
90-year-old
thinking
Mr. Cruise.
of drawing myself here, not me, but a guy.
Like you
I
yourself are
myself
going to be drawing
I'm going to draw a perfect circle.
perfectly round circle.
I'm thinking I'm going to draw a wheelchair.
Here's the gosh. Here's the thing though. How many perfect circles are there in nature?
Mm-hmm.
Probably like 1.
Yeah, I mean, more than I can draw.
Yeah, but
for
that's
sure.
the thing. We're part of nature.
Yeah.
Why would you expect us to be able to produce perfect circles?
Mm-hmm.
Now we can develop things that are perfectly circular using our human math skills, but I feel like my point is you shouldn't expect perfect circles, especially from us.
No, don't expect anything from us.
No.
Like if you,
Don't even expect to see natural things from us, because a lot of what we
Yeah.
draw looks
'cause,
unnatural.
yeah, you're like, oh, what about like nature? It's like, well, I can't ask me to draw a circle from nature. It's not going to look like nature either.
I'm just saying, nature isn't. We're in a fallen world. Nature is imperfect,
Mhm.
and we are the best example of that.
We're the perfect example of the fallen
The
world.
fallen nature of man. Our
Right.
art speak. That's, you know how you go into galleries and you're like, what does it mean? That's what our art means. It's a sinful world.
You know how old men have like big noses, but my people already have big noses.
You got like a corn cob.
so,
A corn cob nose.
so this guy's got to have like an extra
Oh,
big nose.
He's like a snowman, but they didn't have carrots. So the ear is an
extra
ear of
big.
corn.
He's just got like that
Oh,
that
he's
hair that
so-
goes around like this.
It's so creepy already. Friar Tuck. The corn cob years.
And then his back just keeps going.
I mean, that's not bad. The nose. Oh dear. You know, if anyone had a nose like this in real life, you know how you like stub your toe? He
Mhm.
would never. He'd stub his nose
because
quite
he's
often.
in a
though.
wheelchair.
He'd that's not what I meant. I don't know this guy's backstory or anything, but I was thinking more like his nose would be the first to hit anything. Like,
It's just a surprise that he hasn't broken his nose yet.
I mean, maybe he did. Maybe it was like pointy when he was born, and now it's been squished down to a rounded cob. Why is it that snowmen are the only ones allowed to have
Cobb
vegetable
noses.
noses?
Well, I mean, if you want a vegetable nose, I'm sure we can find the right surgeon.
Just pick. Okay, yeah. If we're talking about what plastic surgeons are willing to do, that's not really helpful. I mean, like, why don't we build gingerbread nose with gingerbread nose? Putting my foot down this Christmas, making gingerbread nose cookies.
I don't think I want to come to your house.
Yeah, but like
for
we don't
Christmas.
we don't draw gingerbread men with carrot noses
Mm-hmm.
or any kind of nose really. Did gingerbread men have noses? I don't know. Who knows?
I don't know.
Did you hear my pun?
I'm gonna ignore your pun.
I hate to point this out, but
he's gonna hold on to his wheelchair.
okay, so
here.
so most wheelchairs have like see-through not see-through parts, but like negative space.
Mhm.
Yours is kind of like a Wheel of Fortune wheel, like it's all filled in.
There's his arm holding on to the wheelchair.
His nose is now the least of his problems. I assume it went down and his fingers just like curved up and grabbed it. Is that what we're seeing, or does he have a really short arm?
I think whatever you want.
I didn't picture it as like he has a really short arm and that's all he can reach. I pictured it as like going down to his side and then up like a snake, and then he's kind of resting his
Just
fingers.
resting it on there.
You at home can try that.
You can assume that that's what this man looks like.
He also
think it's
looks
just-
like one of those dinosaurs that used to smack
Like-
their heads into each other.
I think we've already established that the hand wangler often visits people more than once, and this guy's old. So, like how many times?
How much hand do you really have left in this world? One?
You're that old. Your nose keeps growing. Your hand keeps getting mangled.
You're just praying for death by the end.
Yep. And since I didn't draw a hair, I'm actually gonna draw an ear.
I mean, that's fortunate for him.
Like normally I draw hair like all over.
What is his hair? Is it just literally that like headband of hair that goes around?
Yeah.
That's when you know it's time to go bald. When it kind of looks like you're wearing glasses, but it's hair.
they go right to
Like
the eyes.
I'm not bald. I could still grow some. Look at this line.
Looks like goggles.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Hair goggles.
So
Like if you and I wanted to, we could go into the other room and shave ourselves down to have hair goggles.
we could.
Like we have not balded quite.
You know,
we're not as old as this
Most
man.
of our audience hasn't seen us, unless of course they watched the Reese's video.
Don't recommend that. There's no Reese's video.
I'm not recommended.
There's no such thing.
But even if they haven't seen us since then.
They've seen our drawings of ourselves, perfectly accurate depictions of us real humans.
I'm just saying, we could, right now, as of recording this, have
Shave
this
in.
hairstyle.
We could. Maybe we do.
They don't know.
Maybe you're looking at me sitting in my chair.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I drew this guy based off of you,
Yeah.
but older. That
I don't have a cob nose, as we've already established.
right? Yes, you're not this old yet.
I don't know at what old or what age you're old enough to grow a cob nose. Like old men. Like I just saw the new Indiana Jones movie.
Mm-hmm.
I know we're supposed to be talking about Mission Impossible, but Harrison Ford's like an old man now. He's got an old man nose.
Right.
You know, like it's a little too big for his face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're just like, what? Oh, death is coming for this man. You know who it's not coming for, though? Tom Cruise.
Yeah, I don't know
The
if
man-
it ever will.
The man who has found the true fountain of youth in a bottle of Botox.
Bottle of Botox.
That's really what the fountain of youth is filled with. Most people don't know that.
Yeah, it's just Botox chemicals.
It's just a mixture of whatever is in Botox.
Balming fluids and
it's like
Botox.
It's like all the
chemicals.
things your chemistry lab teacher
Yeah.
told you would kill
Like,
you.
Don't touch any of these things. They're all poison. And it's like, yeah, but how about we inject it into ourselves? See,
It's actually made of what is the chemical? It's where Botox comes from. It's botulinum, I think it's called. It's like
botulinum.
it comes from like a bacteria, I think.
Oh,
It causes like muscle paralysis. It's like literally the stuff Tom Cruise would like inject into a guy in Mission Impossible to kill him, just like diluted down
mm-hmm.
to where it like
Yeah,
it paralyzes
just
the
paralyzes a
the
little bit.
face to where
Yeah.
all the wrinkles go away.
See, how do you draw a black toad?
Botulism, I don't know how. I don't know what the actual
Botch?
bacteria. Botul. It's like Botox, but they. I don't know. I'm pretty sure you can die from whatever Botox is. Like if you get it.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, because it does like paralyze, right? That's like part
Yeah,
of the point.
yeah. If the Botox doctor slips and gets the lungs or something, you die.
Yeah. I mean, they do Botox for medical reasons. Like you can go to a Botox person if you have like certain issues and they'll like paralyze certain muscles, like if you have like chronic back pain or something. Or if I mean, and obviously like if you're like in an accident or something. Like they use it for like actual reasons.
Yeah, but Tom Cruise just uses it so he can continue to be a movie star.
Yeah. The most
And
important
no one's
reason.
complaining. No one's complaining.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise is like the perfect movie star. He's weird as heck,
Yeah.
rich,
Like-
famous,
Like
beautiful.
you know not to respect him in real life.
Yeah. Like
But
you know he's got like
he's
crazy
so-
beliefs about things.
Yeah, but he's so cool.
But
in
he's
the
just like
movies.
he's a good movie star.
Yeah.
Terrible person.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't want to look up to him. You know, the Grim
But
Reapers.
not so terrible that you're like,
I won't see this movie.
I won't see this
I
movie.
mean, he probably is that terrible.
But yeah, but it's
all
hidden.
all
Yeah,
celebrities
it's-
are probably that hidden.
it's-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's not. He keeps his crazy under wraps.
But yeah, well, not the crazy. Like everyone knows he's crazy.
Yeah, like
but
the evil.
evil.
You know, speaking of evil, I know the Grim Reaper. I don't know the Grim Chicken Reaper because you totally gave this guy like a chicken wing.
No, well,
Arm.
see.
Where the hand mangler get to him too. It's like I see that sleeve there. Gonna shape it like a chicken wing. It's a chicken wing.
Okay, but
It's just a giant
it's just-
chicken wing under that.
See, I don't know when you're drawing all black. How do you like?
The struggles of a true artist, Benj.
How do you like?
How do
because
you-
the hood's also going to be black.
Just keep the nose.
Like,
the
yeah,
nose
well, the
is gonna
nose,
stay
the nose
white.
will stick out, of course. But I wanted to like draw it so you knew where the sleeve started and stuff.
See, this is where the performance art piece of the 2-4 artist comes in. If you just look at a lot of our drawings, it just looks like a black ink stain
Right.
because that's what that is.
But
With-
you
can still see
knew.
the chicken wing, but
Yeah.
you know the sleeve is there.
Yeah.
You know that's a nose and not a mouth because you see this on a gallery, you're going to assume he's like screaming,
Yeah.
but no, that's a
No,
nose.
Of course not. Of course he's not screaming.
Why would you ever
And
think
then
so?
you've got like the little like bone hand coming out here,
Ew.
and then the palm of it,
The palm bone, everybody's favorite.
the palm.
You know,
bone.
Friar Tuck looks way too happy to see this guy. Although, I guess as we've already established, once you've broken your nose that many times and the hand manglers visit you a baker's dozen, then
But you see, this isn't a normal
Grim Reaper,
Grim Reaper. He's got himself
a spray bottle,
no. This is
an
a-
electric toothbrush,
Nope.
a drill. Oh, he's gonna like torture the man.
No, it's like a revolver. I don't really know how to draw a revolver, but that's what this is.
Well, let me just tell you, you usually start by not drawing a hair dryer.
He's got his thumb, his bony thumb up here, like that. See, this is
That looks like a revolver made out of bones. That's all I'm.
see, like this is the revolving.
You know,
part.
that little sight you added on the tip actually helped.
That's the revolving part there, and
Mm.
then that's like the barrel. See, I don't
You know-
draw guns. Very
I
often,
can't really complain because I have
except for
drawn
when I draw the freedom guy. It's basically the only time. I
that
draw
looks
guns.
better than the stick you draw on the Freedom Guy's back and call a
Yeah.
gun. I'll give you that. What is
Uh,
that? Like a halo?
No, he's got like a
Dorito.
I don't know.
Pile of pudding.
I also don't draw
Wi-Fi signal.
cowboy hats very often.
That is
It's
that
a cowboy. It's
is-
a cowboy hat.
that is someone's dirty laundry. Sack of laundry. Like someone lives in the apartment above and just like threw their garbage out the window and it hit this guy in the head. That is
He's gonna say.
no, we can't stop talking about the cowboy hat yet. That is the worst hat. You're drawing. I was willing to give you a compliment on the gun. We haven't even mentioned the hat mangler before. Takes your cowboy hat and balls it up, takes it out of your head. There's nothing about that isn't just a sack of laundry or like someone's garbage or like a dirty diaper. I like your pun though. I reckon you can have a few more days. Why did he show up to? I think
like you can assume there's like a conversation that went on. Like Death shows up and it's time.
This guy looked way too happy for him to be there. And then someone threw the garbage on his head. And he's just, I was going to take you with me, but the things have not gone according to plan. I got to get rid of this garbage sack. And you've got to dread death a little more. Oh, boy. That is a rough day for the Grim Reaper.
Yeah.
Since when, by the way?
Cowboy Grim Reaper.
Okay.
There's more than one.
When you call him a cow, I was about to ask why he doesn't have like his like sickle thing and he has a revolver.
Yeah,
he's trying real hard to be a cowboy.
Yeah,
but he's never seen a cowboy hat.
I mean, there's like more than one Grim Reaper. This is the cowboy one. This is the classic.
This is the garbage bag Reaper. It's like he's like a dumpster diver Reaper. He's like, what's this? A murder weapon? Gun? I'll take that. What's this? Someone's bag of garbage? I'll put that on my head. The Grim Reaper, the garbage Reaper, the dumpster diver of death. He has like his nose out, which is just like, that's how you know, because he's like, do you smell that? It smells like garbage. And then he turns a corner and he's just like, just sniffing his way towards you. And he smells real bad.
His hand's bony, but his nose is
the one bit of flesh left.
Just the nose.
That's all you see, though. You see his hand and his nose. Yeah. Not really. Like,
it's like, oh, okay.
Oh, man.
Yeah. See, like
you're using the like cowboy speech, like I reckon this town ain't big enough for the two of us.
Yeah, exactly. That was my pun. Because we're doing dead reckoning. This is dead reckoning.
What does reckon mean? Okay, here's the definition according to
calculate.
Yeah, established by counting or calculation.
Yeah. So you could replace it with I calculate you can have a few more days. But it sounds more...
Yeah, no cowboy's going to say that. That's like when the banker comes out and he's like...
The android.
Like, Scrooge is like, I reckon you can have a few more days to pay me back. Yeah. Like, I literally on my calculator just figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
Who knew cowboys were using such mathy words?
Yeah,
turning them. They should take some other math words and make them cool. Like
mathematicians.
When should we do this duel? Well, I'll use trigonometry to level out the sun. I trigonomic that it should be new. I added and subtracted the sun's position in the sky, and I figured noon.
I'm assuming that I'm spelling this right. Normally I'd look it up, but I'm extra tired.
It's okay. Your handwriting was so bad we can't tell. You did spell it correctly for the record.
Yep. And this is my drawing.
I'm proud of it.
Death Reckoning.
Yeah, it's a garbage man.
Yeah.
Reaper.
Yeah, I figured there's like multiple Reapers.
This guy
of all different.
He's pretty low on the totem pole. He's
But people love when he shows up because he gives them extra days sometimes. It's like he's the worst at his job.
Sometimes,
like you got Azazel showing up, and you're like, oh man, this guy's strict.
Yeah, like
we're doing it
right now. Like there's no, But this guy,
Yeah, this guy. You could probably convince him, give you an extra lifetime.
great. Well, my turn to draw. Give
Yep.
me that there
Gotta
tablet
gotta see
thingamajigger.
what you draw.
I can tell you there won't be a garbage bag involved.
Okay, well, we'll see if
Most-
that's true.
Most likely. Dead Reckoning. That could be a... Maybe it will be like a Western.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Cruise will come out with his cowboy hat on, and
Yeah.
his cowboy hat will be like, this hat will self-destruct in
Mhm.
5 seconds.
Why?
And then
Why else would they call it reckoning?
he's like dueling someone in the desert for some reason, and then
Like-
his hat explodes.
Like, have you heard anybody in modern times actually use the word reckoning?
No.
Yeah,
It's always...
it's Western to mean calculate, or like if you look it up on Google, it's like the first definition is calculate, and it's like the way cowboys used it, and then the archaic definition is like vengeance. Like,
It's like... Yeah, it has like... Yeah, you're right. It has like an old definition, like... I reckon... That's why it's always like an old man voice.
yeah,
I reckon that it's gonna be a rainy day today.
Mhm.
And joints are aching something awful.
yeah. It's either old man that lived in the Wild West times.
Maybe that's Tom
or the
Cruise's way of
actual
like admitting
Wild
he's
West. Like,
getting
I'm
old.
getting old. I'm starting to use old language.
Next will be like, what's another old person word? Maybe all the characters in the next one will just be like, Agatha! Agatha! What's some other terrible old names? Dick Van Dyke!
It's just his whole name.
It's all
Just
old.
like the whole like calling someone whose name is Richard Dick is like an old thing. Like,
yep. It's
you would like, you don't do that in today's
people don't name
society.
their children Richard anymore for that
Yeah,
reason.
just because of that.
It's quite a thing, but anyway, my job is not to calculate or figure out why we use the word. It's
You
to
know,
draw
my
the
mom
word.
one time went to a church,
I believe you.
and the greeter at the church name was Richard Head. I won't tell you what his name tag said. And he sold hot dogs as a living.
Oh. What kind of cruel thing is that? All right, I need to draw a librarian, as you do.
Of course, yeah.
I mean, what says Dead Reckoning?
Yeah.
More than a
That
librarian.
way, is it going to be the old librarian? That might, the type of old that might say reckon.
No, I mean maybe. Yeah, probably. But see, who has to have a reckoning more than an old woman, a librarian? No one, I say.
Mm-hmm. So are you using reckoning the same way like the movie title is using reckoning? Because like clearly they meant calculated, right? Like, okay, this is the movie where Tom Cruise has
Does his
to
taxes.
do his taxes, calculate how many people he killed, and just do all that paperwork for the government.
Is that what it's gonna be about? Because
Of course, it's fine. They find they're like, man, Tom Cruise, you've gone on so many missions, and every time you disappear and climb a mountain, and we have to find you, you're gonna get back here and do the paperwork.
And he's like, I'd rather be dead than deal with that reckoning. And then they're like,
So it's gonna be like
it's gonna be that way.
it's gonna be like a Born Identity thing where it's like
They're trying
him
to,
against his own people,
and they're trying to find him just to do.
just so he can do his tax. So he's just like running away the whole time, and then it's gonna end with him just like actually doing the paperwork.
You think they're gonna catch him?
Yeah.
No, he's gonna dismantle the whole organization.
Yeah. He'll dismantle it. But
It'll
then,
end with him like with the filing cabinets on fire,
No, I think he'll take over. Like he'll win,
and he'll be like,
take over. But now he has more
and he'll
paperwork
be
to
like,
do.
we're going paperless, and I'm hiring a secretary. That's how it's gonna go.
Mhm.
That is going to be so
So
great.
it'll end with the secretary doing the paperwork.
You know, that's quite fortunate for Tom.
Yeah.
What's his name in the actual movie? Ethan?
Yeah, it's Ethan Hunt, right?
This is a wide-necked librarian.
Yeah,
As they are in real life.
it's better than that Weird Al movie, the barbarian librarian.
Yeah, she was pretty. She was pretty. She was pretty something. She was something pretty. She's pretty awful, actually. Oh man, this neck is so wide. I don't really know where to go from there. Ears, probably.
neck first strategy, gotcha.
It's not recommended by this poor artist.
It's a difficult strategy. The masters only, which we are
That
not.
looks too happy. She can't look happy.
Oh, that was a mouth.
Is this better?
Is it still a mouth?
Yeah. It's like, I don't know what that part is. It's like a fang coming out of the...
Oh, I was thinking
side
it's
of the
like a mole.
That's... We'll see.
Right off the lips.
Don't ask me why her... Oh, God. She's so ugly. She's like a troll. Troll in the library. Oh.
A tattered dress, too.
She's supposed to have a tattered dress. She's not supposed to have a potato head.
Like you drew the ears.
Oh, it's so unsalvageable already. I don't know what to do. Well, hair. This isn't hair, but this is those. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. These were supposed to be glasses, so that's what we're gonna still call them.
Okay.
It's okay if she looks ugly. I'll explain why in a minute, because it might be unclear to you at the moment why she looks like this thing. You know how librarians are like always depicted as being horrible and things? You ever think about that?
Yeah, because they tell you to be quiet, and no one likes to be quiet.
Mm-hmm. She'll have a bun. A hair bun. Not like a burger bun.
Not like a
hot dog bun.
hot dog bun, or yeah.
What does a librarian's nose look like?
This one, I was expecting to be a little bit pointier.
Yeah.
The way you drew this.
Yeah, we can't get into all the librarian stereotypes in one video.
Mm-hmm.
But
you got to save those for a future
video when we draw, librarian stereotypes.
Yes.
But no, this is a dead librarian.
Oh.
A ghost of a librarian, if you will. And I'm not just making her a ghost so I don't have to draw feet.
Well, I mean,
that certainly helps.
Feet shouldn't be drawn if at all possible.
Does she have that arm or that hand?
I mean, like, it's normal for your neck to be thicker than your arm, but like, there's an extreme here.
Three-fingered librarian.
Has she even lifted a book before?
In life? Yes. But it's a little known fact if you skip arm day in the afterlife. Because you can't do leg day once you're a ghost.
Yeah, of course not.
But they start skipping arm day instead.
Right, yeah. You have to skip one of the
They focus
days.
on their neck muscles. In case that wasn't already clear.
Only do neck day.
Yeah, neck day. Neck day.
You replace leg day with neck day, which means normally ghosts skip neck day. But this
not
ghost, no,
Mrs.
She's like, oh,
Agatha.
neck day's the most important.
Yeah.
Who cares about arm day?
But what would a dead librarian be reckoning about? Needing a reckoning for. There's going to be a reckoning.
That's it, because people, like she died because people were too loud in the library.
Oh man, wouldn't that be a thing and a half? If it was like true, like librarians are so strict about it because they're like weak to it.
They're like vampires, but their weakness is sound.
Yeah, that could be the case.
It's like garlic to them.
Maybe that's how it is.
Yep, it's possible. You just like walk in and just scream in their face, and they just like turn
Topple
to
over.
dust.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. What makes me want to try it?
Mm-hmm.
Want to go to the library tomorrow?
Sure, we'll have to find the most evil-looking librarian.
Scream at her.
Yep.
And then when she calls the police, we'll be like, "You don't understand. She's a vampire."
Sound is the only weakness.
2 poor artists told us.
Yeah. Yeah. Just if you get arrested, make sure to say our names.
Have we ever said this online? Because I feel like there's legal implications once we say it. So let's say it.
Yeah.
If you are... Now, we don't condone...
Anything that would get you arrested.
We don't condone any crime.
Yeah.
Well...
It depends on the crime.
On the crime. But
yeah.
We don't condone...
Most crimes.
Most crime. I feel like that needs an explanation. Are we going to give an explanation to what crime we're okay with? No.
No. I mean, that's just too long of a list.
Art theft? No. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
If you have to, if you have the law-breaking bug, as they call it,
right? Yeah,
like an itch you have to scratch.
Like you're gonna do it no matter what we say.
Yeah, like
we can plead you all we want, but you're gonna do it anyways.
Let this be, for the court case sake. This is our pleading. Don't do it.
Yeah, right.
Crime is bad, kids.
Yeah, almost all crime is bad.
The point is, we know there's going to be at least one of you today who is watching this video. We have like 55 subscribers at the moment.
We have 60 subscribers actually.
One of you is bound to need to commit a crime.
Yeah.
At least if the stats are to be believed.
Yeah. Which are quite worrying, I must say.
Yeah. Those stats, don't add to those stats, because as we've already established, crime is bad, kids.
Yes, most of the time.
But as we're saying, if you must commit a crime, give us a shout out.
Yeah. Like if especially if it's a big enough crime that the news comes.
Yeah, that's really the only crimes we care about, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, because it's like, if you're just like telling a police officer, I mean, what? That gets us 1 subscriber maybe.
Yeah.
But if you tell the news.
We need you to commit a crime. Art theft, if you're an art thief.
Yeah, that's preferable. What we want you specifically to say when you get arrested and the media comes.
If you're an art thief, listen carefully.
I wish I was stealing one of the 2 poor artists' piece of work, but this will do.
Okay.
That's
Repeat
what we want.
After us. I wish I was stealing one of the 2 poor artists' piece of art, but I guess this'll have to do.
Yeah. Very important.
And then a well-placed wink.
Yeah.
To the camera. You know, and I'm assuming this happens in real life too, but you know how like in the movies they drag you up the courthouse steps?
Yeah. Yeah. You got 2 police officers, 1 on each arm, pulling you straight from the museum to the courthouse. Across the street.
If you have any sway with your lawyer, please ask them to do that for us.
Yeah. You're like, oh, we need you to drag him into the courthouse. Like, so you go up to the camera and you say this, and then you get dragged off.
Yeah, like you're like, I'm ready now to be dragged.
Yeah, and maybe like writhe around a bit. Like look
something where if a camera is not already pointed at you, then it will.
Yeah, like you gotta be like, people have to be like, is he insane?
But not so insane that they won't check out our YouTube channel.
Well, but no, I feel like the more insane, the better. Like morbid curiosity type of deal.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm good with that. So, as you're being hauled up the courthouse steps, be like, it wasn't a 2 poor artists painting, but you know, it'll have to do. I reckon.
Yeah.
This is if you're an old man who's committing. Like you've made it. You're crossing off your bucket list. And
you're like, oh,
rob a museum.
Yeah,
I gotta do it
at some point.
But we don't condone this.
No.
But if you have to,
it's on your bucket list.
This kid's room real empty. What do kids have posters of these days? But let's get to what Agatha the librarian is saying. Let's just. So what?
See, I bet this kid is sad because of how many books he has.
Nah, he's like a kleptomaniac with books. He doesn't read them.
Oh, okay.
He
just has them.
Yeah.
Like that's why. Yeah. They're just piled up in the middle of his room, his big empty room.
Oh man, I made that pen really thin. This is little Johnny with two ends. Johnny? Those books are 2 weeks overdue. Yeah.
Yeah. So
this is what the librarian ghosts do.
Right. So they just like go follow the books.
See, I've never known a mean librarian.
Haunt them.
I've never known a mean librarian, to be completely honest. But if Hollywood movies are to be believed.
Right, which obviously they are.
They all have like crazy beehive hairdresses. And this one has shoulder pads, like I imagine the crazy ones all still wear.
Right.
And in death, their reckoning, their judgment and what they figure on doing for all eternity is haunting patrons of the library.
I have an interesting librarian story.
I really hope it relates to this drawing more than I think it's about to.
No,
I'm going to draw this kid's poster because his wall's too empty.
It has nothing to do with this drawing, except for the ghost part.
Go for it.
It doesn't have a ghost in it. I went to the Patterson Library.
That's our elementary school, for those of you who don't know.
So I went to this elementary school in 3rd grade only. No other year. But I went there with my younger brother, who's 11 years younger than me.
Oh, I know this story. It's
when
great.
He was in elementary school. And just because they were having a book fair. And the librarian comes up to me and like says like, "Hi Benj, how are you doing?"
Yeah, and this is like the last time you were there was 3rd grade.
Yeah, I was only there for 3rd grade. And it's like, so this is like 15 years later or something like that.
Yeah, you didn't look the same.
No.
Yeah.
Like yeah. I don't even know how to explain that. It wasn't even like my teacher. It was like the librarian.
It was like how many weeks of school are there? Like 40 something weeks of school.
And you
went to library like 40 times.
Yeah, maybe.
Like in life. And she sees like what? How many hundreds of students?
Right. Like I've never known her name. Ever. I didn't know her name.
She probably watches this if she's that in love with you.
Yeah, it was I was baffled. That's for sure. So like it made me wonder, like, does she know every student's name ever?
That would be a really good librarian.
Like she just like memorizes just like every student. It's like she spends all her time reading the roster, memorizing all the students' name and pictures.
Maybe it's just you. Maybe
I'm just very memorable.
Yeah, I think you are. Yeah,
I don't have a response to that.
Yeah, it's just because it's true, and you know it's true. This
book. Make a friend. Bookstore stealing. I heart book thieves.
This is just your typical troubled youth.
What they all do.
Yeah, let this be. We have
So
we try to give advice here at Two Poor Artists, not just art related. This is an advice for parents.
right.
If your child starts hanging up posters in their bedroom, you
Right.
should inspect them.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes what you'll find is they reveal their deepest, darkest crimes.
Through their posters.
Yeah. Like, the types. Like some people have sports posters up
Right.
because they're planning on taking steroids.
Yeah.
Like all professional athletes.
Right.
Some people have musicians because they idolize Ursula from The Little Mermaid and they're planning on stealing voices.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those ones are real hard to break that habit.
Right.
Others steal books.
Once you've stolen your first voice, it's hard to.
It's hard to stop.
Yeah.
You got them in like a jar. Like, gosh. Sometimes you trade them for legs and it gets real dark real quick. Your kid making Eddie Deal. It's a voice for legs. You gotta nip that in the bud.
It's almost too far. Like the bud's not enough.
It might. You gotta withdraw them like cold turkey. You gotta stop that one.
Don't let them near anybody in wheelchairs or any situations like that.
Because they're stealing legs or trading legs for
They're
voices.
giving legs for voices.
To be fair, which one would I rather have, legs or voices?
Yeah.
Could I trade my own voice for a pair of legs
Right.
for my? That's what Ariel. Why are we hating on Ursula for that? Some people want legs more than voice. If you had the choice between your voice and your legs,
Right.
to be honest, most people would choose their legs.
Probably.
So why are we hating on Ursula for giving that choice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there was a contract. She read it and signed it.
And what, taking a voice is the worst thing you can take? If it was like a life for legs, I get that.
Yeah, that
Ariel could have lived a perfectly happy, but no, we got to kill Ursula in the end just for.
She didn't make as good of a deal as she
I'm just saying, if there was,
although technically they killed her because she stole the trident.
I mean, again, if you have to steal, going back to this. If Ursula, imagine Ursula in the Little Mermaid movie being like, I took the trident, but I wish it had been the Two Poor Artists piece of artwork.
Yeah. Or like their special pen or something.
Their special pen. Black ink only, ballpoint pen.
Yeah. Perfectly normal special pen.
Hey, YouTube / Two Poor Artists. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
The whole point is parents, check your...
I wonder, did that happen possibly in the new Little Mermaid movie?
I haven't seen the new Little
I
Mermaid
haven't
movie.
either.
If there's a Hollywood writer who's a big fan.
Yeah.
We got 60 now.
Right.
The odds are increasing.
Yeah, that one of them might be a Hollywood producer.
And they're just like, you know what?
This should be Ursula's last line.
Yeah. This goes for all Hollywood writers / directors / producers. If you want to do that as a twist in your upcoming movie, we're all for it.
Like Marvel, right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys leading up to Doctor Doom coming in, right? Maybe. I don't know what you guys are doing anymore. But you got or Kang the Conqueror if he hasn't been defeated already. You guys bring them in.
Yeah.
Have them as they're defeated. Dragged away by the two police officers.
Too late for Thanos to do it.
Yeah.
We dropped the ball.
We didn't ask.
Sometimes, you know how they say 100% of the shots you miss, you didn't even take, or something stupid. I mean, wise like that.
We'll even take like that show. Like they came out with that Secret Wars show, or are coming out with it.
It's
right?
coming out episode by episode.
Yeah. Have one of the scrolls or something. But you guys can hire us to play.
We're available
ourselves, and then you can have us transform into a scroll and be like, I stole the Two Poor Artists form, but I wish I stole their art.
Yeah, like we stole their faces, but it wasn't. It's because we wanted their art. Yeah, something like that. Like the point we're at as artists is we're already famous.
Yeah,
we're not infamous, and we're not willing to commit any crimes because we don't. As we've already established, we don't have that uncontrollable need to commit a crime. It's not a bucket list item yet.
We learned from movies that infamous means more than famous.
Yes, it's more than famous.
Yeah, and we want
the wise words once said.
Yes, and we want that.
We do. Like, we're already famous. We've sold professional art.
Mm-hmm.
We've
Yeah.
put art in an art auction.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you go?
Yeah.
Infamy. It
It's the
seems
last-
like the.
It's the last thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all the greats had their infamous
Jesse
time.
James wasn't an artist, but
Mm-hmm.
an artist with a pistol, they say.
Yeah.
Painted the streets red.
Yeah.
But
Da Vinci,
yeah, infamous for
infamous for
painting a woman smiling and not telling anyone why.
Yeah.
Plus, he used colors. So
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
That alone.
Put him in the artist jail, I say.
Mhm.
But you know, Agatha the librarian and little Johnny here. This is the one. You can be like, I really wanted to steal the Dead Reckoning painting by the two poor artists.
I have a question about this though. Like, does she haunt every book stolen? Like, does she basically like make all these books like Horcruxes, and she just like becomes a spirit
She's
and
drawn to them.
drawn to them?
Yeah.
Or is it like she just haunts this kid?
I mean, like, let's be fair. She stops by every night. Like, he's not even scared. He's just mildly
He's just upset.
annoyed.
Like, I'm
It's like-
trying to sleep
It's
here.
yeah, like every night, Agatha. And he's not like most people would like after a few weeks of sleep would be like returning the book, you know, like
Yeah.
she's effective.
Right.
But him,
No,
he's got
he's
his
too-
parents
he loves
didn't
it
check
too
his
much.
posters.
No. He was even more obvious. He
Yeah,
got- he got
because
more
his
and
room
more
is
obvious.
literally empty except for a bunch of library books and those 3 posters.
Yeah.
It's like, that's all your kid.
It's like in the middle of the room.
Parents
with
have
books.
no excuse.
It almost feels like he's summoning her on purpose.
Aw, that makes it sad. Like he's got no friends because he steals all their books.
Well, that's what he said. Steal a book, make a friend.
Yeah, but little did he know it was Agatha, the angry librarian ghost.
It's
Like,
better than no friend at all.
I feel like he's starting to regret that. Like that.
He's
We
gonna-
come by
he's gonna
in
think
a couple of days, and that poster's gonna be ripped off the wall. Like, you'll see the empty spot where it's like, and a new one will be up. Like, steal a book, make a living friend. Or maybe I'll just pen it in, make a friend, except for you, Agatha. Go away. Yeah, maybe like a Ghostbusters poster up next time.
The only other thing he looks up to, book thieves and
Yeah.
Ghostbusters.
Probably what he steals is Ghostbusters books.
Yeah.
It's a rare problem. But we do hope that you enjoy the new Tom Cruise movie. You get to see him run because he does it in every movie.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it's like written in his contract, right? That he has to run and they have to film him.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I think the producers won it with.
Yeah, well,
which
it's
is
like
him.
yeah. The producer is the right, yeah.
Yeah, because they're just like, oh, it's so cool when he runs.
It is so cool. Tom Cruise is a cool dude.
Yeah. And he does like most of his own stunts. He is.
Does he really though, or does he just like the producer and is like tell everyone I did my own stunts, hide the stuntmen, put a bag over their head. Everyone has to think I'm still jumping out of helicopters.
I mean,
there's that chance.
there's a chance now, as he's getting older.
And he's gonna break something that doesn't recover.
But he definitely used to do his own stunts.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know if he claims it anymore.
Probably not.
Plus, there's so much CGI. Even if you do your own stunts, it's like, oh, I jumped from this green screen to this green screen.
Yeah. How's he gonna run once he like 95 and in his wheelchair?
I mean,
Be like with his walker, he'll probably still be
Yeah.
able to run.
yeah.
He'll have like
On
artificial
the green
joints.
screen treadmill that holds him up.
He'll just pump his arms and they'll speed him up with CGI.
Mm-hmm.
He'll have like a body double. Just be like Tom
Right.
Cruise's old face.
Soon, they'll just take his voice and put it to a CGI character.
Yeah. It'll be animated Mission Impossible movies from
Yeah.
that point on.
Right. But I mean, honestly,
But it'll look
what's
look
the
real.
difference of nowadays? What's the difference of an animated movie and a real movie?
That's fair. That's fair. But hopefully you enjoy the movie and hopefully you enjoyed this video and hopefully you forgive us for
we can't really be hopeful that they enjoyed this video.
I'm asking for forgiveness. I moved on quick. Please forgive us for trying. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
As always, we're surprised you made it this far into our video.
There's no way we could possibly ask you to subscribe to this atrocity, so we won't.
We would say share it with your friends, but it's probably better for wasting your enemy's time.
We're probably not going to get any better, but we will keep drawing.
See you next time.